there's no longer any waiting.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Radco, your truck accessories pro.
I'd like to say thank you to Radco, and I'd like to say to you, a lovely Viking fan, here's what the head coach had to say after the game yesterday about his quarterback, J.J. Mack's game.
There were some plays you think of as you kind of roll through the game from start to finish, but I also thought there were some plays we could have made for him as well, and we just got to stay the course and continue to coach the principles that we believe in wholeheartedly and continue to try to pave the path for improvement and like it starts with the pitching and catching and how we're putting things together and trying to make it as quarterback friendly as we can.
How do you do that, Coach?
So all those things you're kind of working through, knowing that I think when we got that big time return from Miles, to score, I ran it 2 times, directly off of that sudden change, which is unique, if you're looking back over the catalog over the years. But our guys responded and put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah.
He's not wrong with anything that he was saying. I mean, we talked about it earlier. If no matter who's listen, going into this game, the Bears, who they think that they have their franchise quarterback, that got solidified in the previous game. But if you want to hear about all the grumblings going on there, they had 6 or 8 drops by their receivers. 2 of them were for touchdowns. And they're like, you can't have this. Like, I would say you can't have that when you have a franchise quarterback. You can't have that when you have a quarterback starting his 5th game of his career. So, yeah, the quarterback has to play better. But then when the ball's delivered, you got to catch the damn thing, So you do have to. There is a little bit more stress. Unfortunately, sorry, you're professional athletes. There's more stress on you to make more plays for this young kid while you all collectively get this thing figured out. So it seems a little unfair to have to feel like you're playing perfect football as a receiver, but that's just the way it is. And I know that sometimes he throws the ball in there a little hot. That's on JJ to figure that out. But, when Jordan Addison's going over the middle and, the quarterback's stepping up in the pocket to get out of trouble and it's delivered right on the spot, you got to make that catch. I mean, that is a chain mover and a momentum gainer in that situation, and you got to have it. So that's the one thing that left – for me, I left the game more optimistic because I know it's woulda, coulda, shoulda, and I know that we're asking a lot out of the young quarterback. But schematically, virtually every errant pass, whether he sailed it 10 feet over the guy's head or threw it in the dirt or we dropped it, every guy's open. Every single guy was open.
That's true, man.
So it's like, conceptually, we're dialing up the right plays at the right moment against their defense. The plays are there to make. Once we start making 60% of those, that's real winning football. So, I mean, we just got to stay the course and kind of ride through the rocky waves here with this young kid. But I think he's got it. Clearly, the coaching staff can call the right plays. And, our defense played winning football too.
Give me a reason why the season is, quote, over with 7 games ago, and give me some reason for optimism. Why could this still go our way and figure out a way to sneak in?
Well, you can't win games by being this inconsistent, and the take-give ratio is what it is. I don't care if you're Sam Darnold, who threw, 4 interceptions yesterday? Mm-hmm. If your offense is going to give the ball away that frequently and your defense is reluctant to take the ball away, that's not winning football regardless of who's at quarterback. So that's a reason why to think that we're going to continue this slide. And the defense talks about it too. I mean, it's not like they don't want to take the ball away. They're trying, but you can't go out of body sometimes and get too risky and vacate a zone and do all this other stuff and play cowboy football just to go out and pick a ball off or do something crazy and then subject your defense to a bigger play. So I don't know if it's, what it is defensively. I think playing from a lead obviously helps. When you get into more passing situations, you get into more pass rush situations, that helps a lot. Attacking the football, if you're the second or third guy, a little bit more often in some of these run games. But that's a reason right there that if we don't figure that out, we're not winning many games coming up. On the flip side of that, we're competitive. We're in every game. The Ravens, They were not a better football team than us. That's a playoff-bound team that they're probably going to win their division. You want to look at on paper, skill-wise, talent-wise, we matched up with them as good as anybody else. If we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, not because of what they did, because of what we did, we win that game. I would say the same thing about the Bears. The Bears on top of the division right now. They got a young, talented quarterback. He made a lot of plays. That defense is ascending. They're vibing right now with their new head coach. And I think that we gave away more plays than they made. So again, it's on us. We figure out some of those things. And again, it's not like every one of those things is going to be correctable and we're going to play 100% perfect football. But if we just increase that value into the 60-70% success rate, now we're winning games.
All right, another impossible question because it's November 17th, but let's just look ahead. Give me some names on this team that you think are not going to be on the team next year, just based on performance, based on salary, based on, we're one of the oldest rosters in the league.
Good God.
What do you think?
And playing
You're going right for my jugular. Aren't
Sure.
you?
I just hope the Vikings are listening and want to reach out to you and go, dude, what are you doing?
Hopefully the team, the players you're about to name, hopefully they're listening.
Yeah, but some of them could be good players that are just, the wrong price for this, where this team is headed. Like I'll get it started for you. I assume TJ Hawkinson's on the top of the list, right? He's going to make a ton next year. We haven't used him much this year. I just can't see them bringing him back, whether they love him or not. It's just, that's a huge price tag. What is it, like 20-something? It's like a giant number.
Yeah,
with
it's
some
a
other
giant
bonuses.
number. I'd have to look at the websites to see how much cap savings we actually get by letting him go. Obviously via a trade would be the best situation, but the league also knows the situation we're in. So I don't think there's anybody going to make a trade this offseason for him. But
help us out.
I would say that he's probably at the top of the list. I'm going to guess that Harrison Smith will be done. He'll probably retire. I think he has got 1 year left on his contract, so that's another contract that would be off the books.
Do you think Thielen's done after this?
I think Thielen's probably done. We'll probably have to – I don't know if I see Aaron Jones back, just given his injury history. I would love to see him back. I mean, he's a great dude. But when you're looking at kind of flipping this roster over into some more youthful stuff, especially contract-wise, I think you really have to look at it from a business standpoint. As everybody knows, you have to take the emotions out of these things. This is the tough part of the business. This is why Kwesi and his staff get paid the big bucks, not only to draft, but you also have to make tough decisions. Not sure Hargrave is going to be back. May have to reevaluate Jonathan Allen as well. I mean, these are all guys that you brought in thinking that they're going to fix something and you gave them nice contracts. But when you're not performing at the level that you want, you're really going to have to reevaluate where you want to go with the direction of this football team when it comes to youth. You mentioned it to me. Somebody else mentioned it to me. You mentioned during, Corey, I'm pointing to you during one of the breaks. We're already roster-wise one of the older teams in this division. And
sneakily, though, right? I think when you look at McCarthy and Jefferson and Addison, you're like, man, we got some young talent. We're going the right way. Then you look at the entire roster. You're like, oh, we're kind of sneakily old.
Yeah, I mean, and you probably want to get younger. You want to ride. If you still feel like McCarthy is the guy and you're going to build around him, you probably want to put some youthful pieces around him as well and really build up a nucleus that is a little more cohesive than what it is right now, age-wise. Jordan Addison is probably not on the team. I mean, he's up for a big payday, and not sure you want to be in the Bengals situation where you're paying two high-end wide receivers. He's deserving of the money. I'm just not sure you want to allocate that money to another wide receiver. So you're probably looking to move on from him. You may have to restructure Brian O'Neill's contract because I think he's at the top of the list as well. I think he deserves to be on this team. He's still a huge foundational part of this offensive line. Ryan Kelly probably won't be back, so that's another contract that you don't have to worry about. That's obviously for health reasons. Gosh, who am I thinking of? I mean, off the top of my head, that's probably the guys that will not be, or you're going to have to make some tough decisions on.
Oh, hold on one second. Hold on, hotline's ringing. Yeah. Oh, hey, Rosie. Oh, no, he said youthful pieces. He meant football players. Yeah, no, not those kind of youthful pieces. Yeah, I'll let you know. Okay, bye.
Who was that?
Rosen. That's Mark Rosen.
Oh, he listens.
Yeah, he heard Ben say youthful pieces, and he got all fired up.
The other guy, and then again, since we're going down this route and I'm just rolling right now. I mean, unfortunately, C.J. Ham probably won't be back. I mean, he's another guy that's been a foundational part of this organization for a long time, and everybody loves him. But and he got a lot of playing time yesterday, and it was actually it was nice to see us go more big personnel with him in the game, and I think it really worked out. But you'll probably have to reevaluate his contract situation as you get younger as well.
You know what the hard thing is, Ben?
What?
I know you got to, if you're going to have a young quarterback, you got to say, we're biting the bullet and we're doing it.
Yeah.
But with the way this division is this year, the way the NFL is this year, if we had Kirk Cousins, where would we be sitting right now?
I mean, I know all the people out there, even if you just kept Daniel Jones or you kept Sam Darnold.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
That's obvious.
Signed Rodgers.
It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it is difficult to say. I mean, you obviously are a more competitive football team.
Right.
You are, but I think, I do feel like sometimes, Corey, once again, you and I are, in the same situation with this, and I know I'm just like talking about some of the guys in this room, and I know other people are as well, but we are in the mindset of playing the long game. And that's why I think yesterday's game is not as frustrating to me as a lot of people out there publicly. I put out a video and I was like, listen, I'm not as upset maybe as you'd think. I got a lot of people that are like, upset that I'm not upset. And I'm like, I'm looking, now this could all blow up in my face and in some other people's faces. Obviously the Vikings have long-term plans too, but I'm looking at this as at least a 2 to 3 year plan. And it is going to have some rough patches in there, and we're going to have some bright spots in there. And again, if we get at the end of the season and we're like, man, this kid is starting to figure it out every single game, there's something that you can pull that is like, that's an improvement, that's an improvement, that's an improvement. That's what I'm looking for, because I truly believe in building this team from the youth, from the draft. That's winning football. And always going out and piecemealing the quarterback position and always crossing your fingers like, oh, we got to pay this guy $80 million and we don't know if he's going to fit in this scheme, and we don't know how we allocated $80 million or $100 million to this guy, and we're hoping, why not just draft a guy and develop him? This is what developmental quarterbacks look like. And it baffles me, the fan base out there thinking that it was going to be an all-pro, Pro Bowl player in his first year, in his fourth, fifth start. Like, what did you expect? Every Hall of Fame quarterback goes through a really rough season and a half before they really start to figure it out. This is what developmental quarterbacks look like. I'm sorry that you can't look further down the road. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be a little frustrated, because we have 17 of these suckers, and every one of these, they matter to a lot of people. But this is what a developmental quarterback situation looks like, and I know it kind of sucks, but you got to have the bigger picture in mind.
Let's double down a little bit. Let's go back and try not to do revisionist history. What the Vikings had to do when they discussed Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones and bringing in Aaron Rodgers is not just, can we be competitive? I think everybody understands if you have one of those three guys and they're more than ready compared to J.J. McCarthy, you're going to be more competitive than J.J.'s ups and downs. But with the roster we just discussed, that it's sneakily older than we thought, and maybe some of these guys are overpaid, can you win a Super Bowl this year with Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, and Aaron Rodgers? Obviously, I think they said before the season, I don't think that we're that close where we're a Darnold or Jones. I mean, again, nobody knew Daniel Jones was going to be this good, so no. I don't even think he's in the conversation, to be fair. It was really Darnold or Rodgers. But anyway, that's what they decided. Is I don't think this is a Super Bowl roster. We could be pretty good if JJ's pretty good. We could be competitive. We could be maybe sneakily, surprisingly good. It just hasn't worked out yet. But I don't think we'd be a Super Bowl contender with any of the teams guys we just named. Even with Darnold, that's what we had last year, and we got our asses kicked. So I don't know. I'd much rather do what we're doing and just, even if it's wrong.
It is tough though, because obviously Justin Jefferson's another year older.